All right, welcome to Active Restore. This is day, 22 of the 30-day challenge, if you've been following along. Let's start in a wide-kneed child's pose on your mat or on your carpet. So by wide-kneed, what I mean is take your big toes together, knees wide, mat width apart or maybe a bit further. And then walk your hands out long in front of you. Let your chest and belly sink down between the thighs. Maybe your forehead rests down on the floor or a cushion or a block in front of you. In the active expression of this posture, the invitation is to push your hands into the floor, straighten through the elbows, and push your hips back towards your heels. Breathe deeply along the entire length of your spine, all the way down into the hips and pelvis. From here, walk your hands over to the right as far as feels appropriate for you to emphasize this side body stretch here and the left side in particular. Breathe there. Incorporating your full deep breathing, conscious breathing here, walking your hands over to the left side now, and then press, push into the floor, push the hips back, breathe deeply into your torso, side body, mid, upper back. For 2, and for 1. Let's come through center. Take your knees in, hip width apart. Let's rinse that out with some cat-cow. Inhale, arch the spine, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. For 2 and 1. Okay, stepping your right foot forward between the hands. Come into a low lunge. Hands might press onto your front thigh or low back. Squeeze through the legs as you reach the pelvis forward, lift through your head and chest. Maybe you look up. Take some deep breath all the way down into your toes. Exhale from your heels, all the way up your spine, out your crown. So choosing to breathe in more than your typical resting breath here. For 3, for 2, and 1. On your exhale, straighten your front knee. Take a half splits. We can stay forward, straight over the center of this leg. We can walk the hands to the left. We can also walk the hands to the right, inviting you to explore those different angles for yourself in your own body. And then maybe you pause somewhere along the way and go, oh, okay, that's interesting. When we walk the hands over to the right, for example, we'll get a little bit more into the outer thigh, the IT band, this dense connective tissue along the outer thigh. For 2, and for 1. Bending back into the front knee, lift the back knee up, hands planted on either side of your front foot for a moment, strong through the legs. This is how strong we want to be through the legs. If your hands are on the floor, you could be really light in the hands, if not even lift the hands up. For 2, and for 1, step back into downward facing dog, your hips to the sky, press through hands and feet. As you're ready, second side, left foot steps forward, low lunge. Hands can come up to your front thigh, or maybe it's to your low back pelvis. Intentionally push through your feet, strong through the legs. You squeeze and scissor the legs towards each other, and then lift through your head and chest. Full deep breathing here once again. Feel a connection through the avenue of sensation in your body from your right knee, upper right thigh into the right front of your hip, and then all the way up. Upper back, crown for 3, for 2. Take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, fold forward, straighten your front knee, take a half splits. For 2, and for 1, release by bending back into the front knee. Hands frame your front foot with your back toes tucked. Lift the back knee, your right knee lifting. Squeeze, pause here, strong through the legs like a sprinter's lunge. With your hands or fingertips on the floor, really push them in. So push your upper back into the sky. And then one helpful cue here, even for your neck and sort of neck health or awareness through the neck, is notice where your chin is in space. Is it tucking in towards the chest, or is it looking forward, neutral, or up? And just feel, notice the difference. For 2, deep inhale, and exhale. Press back, downward facing dog, hips to sky. This might also be a child's pose for you at home as well. It's a really wonderful option. Okay, invitation here is to ripple forward into plank pose. Pause in plank. Take a deep inhale at the top. Then exhale, lower all the way down. Okay, we're coming into a pose known as exalted cobra. So a wide cobra. Take your fingertips off the mat, elbows over the wrists. We're gonna twist as well. So inhale, come up as high as feels good for you. And then twist your torso to the left, bring your right shoulder down, look underneath your left armpit. Inhale, lift up through center. And exhale, twist to the right, bring your left shoulder down, have a look under your right armpit. Inhale, center, twist to the left, exhale. Again, inhale, center, lifting up, twist right, inhale, center, twist left, and one more, twisting to the right, right, inhale to center. Exhale, roll down, plant the palms under your shoulders, push your hips back, heels, and then up into downward facing dog is the option there. From here we can lower to the knees, tops of the feet pressed down. Getting a little warm in here. Here's the invitation. With a strap or no strap, let's interlace the fingers behind your back or hold the strap to widen the grip and lift up. Find a bind here like so. And then begin to lean back. Lean back. Some of you might sit onto the heels as well. So 2 options. Sit on the heels. Push the hands into the floor, lift through the chest, lean back. Or you're lifting up, standing on the knees, lean back. So a bit of a back bend. It's a counter pose to sitting at the desk, at the computers, driving, looking at the cell phones. It's another nice option here. Sitting on the heels, hands rest on the floor, but you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. This is a big chest opener. For 3, if the binding doesn't work, the hands just to the floor, like so, lifting. For 2, squeeze your legs, your glutes, deep inhale for 1. All right, and exhale. Swivel onto the hips, bring your soles of the feet together. Soles of the feet together like butterfly, plant the hands behind you, and then lift your hips up. Notice the forward-backward placement of your pelvis in space, and just listen in for sensation through the outer hips, sacrum, pelvis region. We can then release and grab your feet in this butterfly pose. Full deep breathing here. We can stay upright or tuning into your body. It's the whole point of this practice, active restore, mindfulness practice, and then embodied inquiry. Maybe you fold forward. Personally, for me, holding the feet and then hooking the elbows into the shins helps me draw my torso forward and lengthen the tissues of my back body. And then we emphasize the breath there. The breath in these shapes really supports the opening of the body. Bone, muscle, fascia connective tissue, the deeper layers of the skin, the surface of your skin. Breathing across all those layers for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, rise up. We're going to come into a unique just hip mobility practice here. Plant your right shin down, 90 degrees, and then take your left knee back behind you. No need to make this be too complicated. The knees are at 90 degrees, give or take. Facing your torso to the right shin, look forward or twist a little bit to the right here. These 2 little options. Here you are listening in for sensations through your body and breathing along the way, but also noticing where there's maybe a habitual response to hold the breath. And that's a really, that's a victory of awareness. Can you breathe there? Now let's swivel over. The knees come through center like so. Just a simple transition, knees through center, and then you bring the knees down. Now we're on the other side. Stay upright, maybe you twist to the left, maybe you fold forward. So explore for yourself your own intuitive movement. Full deep breathing here, especially if there's any sticky spots, long lines of sensation that have this sort of congested stickiness. You want to breathe expansive breath into those areas, and then exhale from there. Here we go. Inhale back through center, plant the feet, knees through center, and then bring the right knee down and the left knee down. We'll just do 1 more per side, now that you're getting the hang of it there. Full deep breathing. Again, maybe you're staying upright, maybe it's folding, maybe it's walking the torso over to the right. So many options here. Even the placement of your hands and where your shoulders are in space. You can see over there, it's going to get a lot of different exploration through the mid upper back and these deeper back muscles that we have. Your lats and so forth. Spinal muscles. Okay, through center. Plant the feet, roll the knees through center, and then plant both knees. 90-90 shape once more here. Full deep breathing. Find some really nice potent exhales, especially if there's, again, that stickiness in the tissues. Maybe it's experienced as well as a sort of mental, emotional, subtle or not so subtle irritability. Also here, getting in the hips, some people often find that the tension shows up in the jaw. So you might open, close the jaw a few times, or sigh that out. Okay, let's come back through center. Now the legs are straight at the front of the mat. A quick one here. Right sole of the foot into your left thigh, creating this figure 4 shape. Inhale, the arms reach up. Fold forward, reach for your left foot, your ankle, your shin, and then here would be a strap around the foot. Would be really nice if you can't quite reach, or if it's a strain to reach. Full deep breath. Ground through your seat bones, your sit bones, and then encourage your heart to reach forward as you bring your forehead towards the knee shins. For 3, for 2, we're almost there. And 1. Okay, to release, inhale, rise up. Now transition. Option to twist your torso to the right. Plant your left hand on the right knee and your right hand behind you like a kickstand. Twist to the right. That's option one. If you have the juice in the tank, this feels good. There's a pose that's sometimes called stargazer's pose here. Anchor your right shin bone down. Push the lower body down and lift your hips up, like so. Stargazer's pose. Lean back. Look up. Maybe you lean your chin back. Tip your chin back. Take a big deep breath in to the back of your heart, the front of your chest. And then release. Lower. We're switching sides. Left foot into the right thigh. Figure 4 shape. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Reach for your front foot, shin or ankle, and then bring your forehead towards the knee. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Once again, a full breath in. And a full breath out. And one more here. And an exhale. We're going to inhale, rise up, twist to your left. That's option one there. Look over the shoulder. Second option would be to ground through the low body. Ground the left shin and knee down. Push your left hand into the floor and lift your hips up. And then lean back. Look up or look back. Feel your feet. Breathe down into the feet. For 2. And for 1. Wonderful. We've made it. Now coming to rest into your seated or lying meditation. I'm going to do this seated today. Crossed legs, sitting up onto a cushion to just help lift my pelvis up, tip the pelvis forward a little bit, give me a little more access to the lungs. Just as efficient as we are in being really active in these kinds of practices, we become really skillful, and I've been offering this word, somatically fluent, in how well we can also tune into the part of the nervous system that, and our ability to choose to stop, take a breath, observe, and proceed. This is the STOP acronym, for example. So take a couple clearing breath here. If you can, eyes closed, full breath in, and a full breath out. A full breath in, and a full breath out. And once again, a full breath in. As you exhale, let the shoulders melt down away from the ears a little bit. Relax the arms on the thighs or your waist. Soften the muscles of the face. Allow your breathing to naturally settle after that practice that was more intentionally increasing the volume of the breath. Now we are choicefully returning attention to the natural breathing rhythm. Soften the effort as well. So there was a lot of effort that led up to this point, this moment for you right here, right now. Bearing witness to your direct experience of being. And in an inner kind of way, this is your own sort of inner technique that starts to develop with your own will, in a way, this willfully not engaging in thought or emotional content for the time being. You can pick that up in about a minute. What if you gave yourself the gift to just pause here, to breathe, to take a breath, and to just be rather than all the doing? What effect does that have on your being, on your nervous system, on your relationship with yourself, on your relationship with life? Notice the intelligence that's flowing through your system in this moment, and in any given moment. Returning to the stillness of your breath, the simple stillness of your breath, down into the belly. Appreciating the stillness of your body. And this natural, dynamic, living, breathing presence. It's actually always here, just turning attention towards. So take your time. If you have some more moments, some more minutes, continue to ground into your meditation, making this a meditation that's uniquely tailored to you and simple enough that actually becomes integrated into your life and becomes something you actually really enjoy, that it's not something you need to do, but it's something you not only like to do, but it's a natural expression of your authentic way of being with yourself and the world in this lifetime. So thanks for tuning in and being here and investing your precious time into a practice like this to promote wellness, well-being for you, and presence as well. Look forward to connecting with you again soon.